बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। फेडरल मिनिस्टर जनाब फ़खर इमाम साहब, चेयरमैन NDMA जनाब अफजल, फेडरल सेक्रेटरी उमर साहब, चेयरमैन Pakistan Engineering Council Qureshi साहब, and all the guests, most welcome and a good morning. And today is a special day and a day of mixed feelings, definitely, that on one side there is we can say a sense of satisfaction for a job accomplishment, and other side working with all of you colleagues for almost 5 months, day in, day out, night in, night out. It's a long association in 5 months. So it is a 5 months period of close cooperation and close coordination, and everybody working hand in gloves with each other. NLCC, when it was established back in May 2020, it was basically a coordination platform. It was a place where all the stakeholders, they used to sit together on daily basis, and we used to discuss locust-related issues and try to find out the solutions and move forward. And the best thing that everybody was on board. Everybody was more than willing, and everybody was extremely positive with their valuable inputs and coordinations. We all remember that locust situation in Pakistan was quite critical in the month of May, and locust has spread to almost 61 or 62 districts of Pakistan. So it was a sort of crisis situation, some chaos, some panic, some lack of information, lack of awareness among people in the country. So I must say that everybody went beyond the call of duty, and they worked tirelessly that today we stand here, and Alhamdulillah, thank God that today we can say there is no locust which has been reported in Pakistan. It started gradually declining in the month of August, due to the tireless efforts of all the locust warriors, and in last 1 month it was 1 or 2 districts, basically Lasbela and Jamshoro, but yesterday the last patch of around 100 hectares in Jamshoro was also cleared through control operations, and today we can say Alhamdulillah, by the efforts of everybody, there is no locust anywhere reported in Pakistan. Obviously there were long hours, there were sleepless nights, and meticulous planning, coordination, execution. So that's why that we were able to carry out survey of over 600,000 square kilometer. And when we say that 600,000 square kilometer, it's not a small number. We all know that, those who have been involved with it. And control operations, over 11,000 square kilometers. Again, talking of control, it's not a small feat. And we are extremely grateful and acknowledge our Federal Minister, Janab फ़खर Imam Sahab, whose vision and leadership always guided us. He was always there to render us the necessary advice, and I can share with the forum that look at his commitment. He never missed a single meeting. He never missed a single meeting. And on every Friday, he was there before time, regularly, without failure, and he accompanied us in the very long and tiring journey to right in the heart of Tharparkar at Mithi. Then our Federal Secretary, Umar Saab, he was always there, continuously involved in moving the strings, and we all understand overcoming the bureaucratic hurdles, coordination with other ministries, planning commission, all those things. So he remained totally committed and full of support for the National Locust Control Center. And one example which I can give you, that is the LEAF project. This LEAF project is a landmark project, and due to his and his team's tireless efforts, they were able to complete all the paperwork, all the formalities, and finally, I think so day before yesterday or 3 days back, this project was finally approved from the ECNEC. So credit to the Secretary and his team. Chairman NDMA and his team. We all know that how NDMA handled Corona crisis when it started surfacing last year in December, and in Pakistan particularly in the month of around mid-March, I remember. At that time, NDMA was the only sole, our dependency was there on NDMA, and they took upon this challenge. And Alhamdulillah, Pakistan is one of few countries where Corona has been successfully contained. And a lot of credit to NDMA chairman and his team for that. And Corona was still going on. In the meantime, locust also came. But again, NDMA was up to the task, and they did a lot of efforts. We all know that how difficult it is to move the things, but they have done a tremendous work as far as capacity building is concerned, procurement of stores were concerned. They were always on the top of the things, Alhamdulillah, and we are grateful to Chairman NDMA and his team for the same. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Federal Secretary Suhail Saab, he took a personal interest. At times we used to tell him that, sir, please don't come for the meeting. We understand that you have certain more commitments at national level and international level, your diplomatic commitments over there, but he made sure whenever he was free, he always attended our meeting, and his representatives, DG UN, Fakhr Saab and Director Saab, they have been attending our meeting very regularly, and we are grateful to them. They did a great work as far as bilateral and multilateral diplomatic engagements were concerned. They gave us that kind of platform or environment where we were able to very successfully communicate with the brotherly countries, neighboring countries, even African countries, and a lot of cooperation which has been enhanced by the virtue of hectic efforts by the Foreign Office. Ministry of Finance, I think she is not here today, but we express our gratitude for expressing their continuous commitment, and they are committed as of today even. We all understand that getting the funds from Ministry of Finance is a very hectic, very laborious, and they don't promise, but inkar bhi nahi karte. Then we are extremely grateful to all the provincial governments. I admit in the beginning it was a bit difficult to get that ideal or seamless sort of coordination and fusion in the initial days, but everybody understood the gravity of the problem, and they started gelling together very well, and as long as we kept proceeding with the operations against locust, Alhamdulillah, in the very first month that we were able to achieve an ideal sort of coordination that we and all the provinces, they were on the same grid. We were speaking the same language, we were doing the same things. So again, this was a great achievement, and I must give credit to all the provinces, because initially there were some issues that responsibility belongs to whom, whether it is a cropped area or it's a desert area or barren area, but Alhamdulillah we were able to remove this distinction that entire area is same and entire area is responsibility of the same province. There was some problem with the availability of vehicles. All the provinces, they were looking towards us, and we told them that vehicles is a local issue, it's a district issue, it has to be solved at that level. So that was also solved, and a lot of work which has been done by the provinces, actually they were there on the field. So they did a marvelous job. Obviously we are grateful to FAO, that FAO has been continuously supporting us, giving us necessary advice all the way, and for which we are grateful to FAO and Ma'am Meena and Keith Christman, and we were also able to rope in Keith Christman in our weekly meeting, and I think it was a great experience because right from the FAO Chief Locust Threat Forecasting Officer, he was participating in our meetings and he was telling us firsthand what is the global situation of the locust, regional situation of the locust, and national India, Pakistan, Iran, Afghanistan, all those things. And I think it was a great advantage that FAO was participating in our every meeting. We are thankful to FAO. Thank you very much. In addition, your material support, your equipment support, we are grateful for that. And I must mention General Headquarters, GHQ, Chief of Army Staff, Military Operations Directorate, DGMO, the boss of MO Directorate. They have been great support to us because they were the one who, with the ministry and DPP, they initiated this process, and then they laid the foundation work, and at a very ripe and stable stage, they handed over this responsibility to us. It was a very smooth transition, and they were full of support for always. Our dealing with different corps headquarters, our dealing with different departments, different ministries. MO Directorate has given us more than sufficient support. And most of you know that Chief of Army Staff, General Qamar Javed Bajwa, he was always very forthcoming. And in this short span, he has visited NLCC for 3 times. And he was always full of support, and he gave necessary directions to all the field formations of Pakistan Army that no specific orders are required. The support from Army field formations was guaranteed. Whenever some department or some province, they required support, whether they were short of manpower, they were short of vehicles or equipment, the support from Army was always there, and it would remain there, inshallah, if the situation comes like that. At the same time, I must mention that Pakistan Army's Aviation Directorate, those who fly these aircrafts and helicopters, they gave us their helicopters, and this was a great support. We all know that major portion of aerial operations, it was done by Army Aviation helicopters, and they also worked day and night. We have been moving them from this part of the country to that part of the country, but they were always very prompt and very timely actions they were taken by them. Next comes Sparco. I hope Bhutta Sahab is sitting here, Director Sparco. Ji. So Bhutta Sahab, again, he has been very regular and very punctual in all the meetings. And I think Sparco has provided us great support. Their habitat analysis, their everything which they have been making, and they were our back-end call whenever we asked them to prepare any model, any application. So they were more than there. And at times we had to stop Dr. Ijaz Bhutta Sahab कि बस काफ़ी हो गई है, इसकी हमें ज़रूरत नहीं है. But he was always ready with few presentations, and he always wanted to deliver his presentation. And we used to tell him that, okay, we couldn't have your presentation at this forum, so when you go back to your house in the evening, please give this presentation to your family. So thank you, Sparco. Thank you, Bhutta Sahab. Met Office, Riyaz Sahab is here. Thank you, Riyaz Sahab. DG Met has again very prompt, and I can share with you, normally this does not happen, but let me tell you, and there are many witnesses to it, we all are sitting over here, that I will say around 99% of their predictions and forecasts, they have been perfect. This 1% ही मैं सिर्फ वैसे ही कह रहा हूँ, लेकिन 99% or 99.9% of their predictions and weather forecast, it has been perfect. And in every meeting, they have been giving us their advice that what is happening. Even they were covering the global weather in Horn of Africa, in Arabian Peninsula, in Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India. So it gave us very useful information for planning our locust operations. Thank you, Met Office. NITB, again, this is the first time that we interacted with NITB, and we found them master of their art. These computer guys, they were too good. And the way they helped us in establishing the database, national dashboard, and this locust website, I think this was a great effort. You and your team have done a wonderful job. We are grateful for that. Thank you very much. C4I Directorate, Colonel Sumani is here or not? Again, C4I Directorate, they worked with NITB and they gave them the necessary input from our side, and they gelled that input together with their technical things, and we were able to get a very useful dashboard. How can we forget ISPR and Ministry of Information? Again, they were too good in their art, both of them, both the departments, ISPR and Ministry of Information. Ministry की तरफ से हैं कोई इधर? नहीं आए वो? So again, both these departments, they have worked very well, and they are the professionals. They can tell you better that in this Corona environment, because we call it that Corona still, and it was the darling of the media. So therefore, in this Corona prevailing environment, it was very difficult to find some space or air time for the locust. But they have done their job very well, it was electronic media or print media or so many things. So we are grateful to ISPR and Ministry of Information. And Department of Plant Protection, great people. They are the real people, those who work in the field and run after this locust forecasting, carrying out survey, carrying out control operations, and working very closely with all the provincial governments. And it was great to work with Dr. Wasim, Dr. Falak Naz, Dr. Aladita, Dr. Tariq, and all those people, those who were there. And in fact, we learned this art of locust from Department of Plant Protection, and they taught us very well. You can see the results. They taught us very well. We are grateful for their effort, their advice, and all the support which they have rendered it to us. And all of you know that whenever there is a challenge or a crisis situation, definitely there are certain opportunities in them. And this Pakistani nation is a great nation. They have done wonders in the corona crisis. You all know that they never lost hope. They never threw in their towel. And you must be remembering that Pakistan was successfully able to locally manufacture ventilators and other machines to fight this coronavirus. And in this thing, Pakistan Engineering Council, Chairman Sahib is sitting over here. They did a great part, great effort in this quality control, the standards, there were parameters, all those they were attained through successive trials and preparations. Similarly, when we talk of locust, again the same opportunity was exploited, and we all know that ULV sprayer, only one company in the world which prepare this ULV sprayer, and there was a long waiting list, you know. Everybody had placed their order to that company in UK, whether it was Pakistan, whether African countries or FAO or certain aid agencies, everybody had placed order on that company. So we thought what to do. Either we keep standing in the queue and keep waiting for the thing that our turn would come after 3 months or 4 months. मेरा ख्याल है वो 83 में से अभी भी नहीं आए ना पूरे आ गए ये आपने आज हमें बता रहे हैं आप. So again we found out few companies in Pakistan, those who had this technical prowess and that capacity to prepare ULV sprayers inside Pakistan. So 3 companies, they were shortlisted and they were given the parameters that what to make, and then we carried out trials in the field conditions. We took those sprayers to the desert, and the one which performed best, that was picked for local manufacture, and Pakistan Engineering Council, they were with us in this entire process. So Alhamdulillah, we can say that as for corona, we were able to produce ventilators locally. Same way we have been able to produce ULV sprayers locally, which meets all the international standards. I think that's a great achievement. And how can I forget this wonderful NLCC team, very ably led by General Saeed, who was DG Ops and Plan of National Locust Control Center. And mashallah, everybody, they did their job very well. And because there were so many officers, so many staff who came from different departments. They were not one part when we started. So everybody has to come, join the team, learn the process, and integrate it with the team. So alhamdulillah, that effort was a success effort. And even young officers like Captain, we have our lady officers, they also performed very well. Majors, colonels, Brigadier Zahid is here, Colonel Naeem is here, his support staff is here, and all of them, they have done a job very well done. And in the end, I would pay my best tributes, as we call them, locust warriors. Our actual field team, those who are working in the field, and ladies and gentlemen, they have been working tirelessly day and night. I can tell you, if you take you back few months, you know, in Pakistan, we have 2 festivals. One is Eid al-Fitr and other is Eid al-Adha, and the month of Ramzan, holy month of Ramzan. They spent those times in the field, in the remotest areas of the desert. There was no concept of holiday. There was no concept of 9 to 5 job. They were working 24 hours in the field. It's a very difficult and tedious job. All of us who have been in the field and know the field dynamics, it was a continuous job. It was very hot, we can understand, in Sindh, Tharparkar, Cholistan. the temperatures touching 50 degrees Celsius. So it was not an easy job, but our locust warriors, they kept on working, they never took any break, and they are still busy. Whenever with some surveys carried out, locust is reported, so immediate and prompt actions are there, and they go to the site, carry out spray, whether manually or the vehicle mounted, and Alhamdulillah, they have done extremely well, and I would say our special tribute to all the locust warriors. In the end, I would thank you all for your continuous support, great assistance, great advice, and your very valuable contributions and input in national fight against locusts. For this country, Pakistan, would remain indebted to all of you. Thank you very much, all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. After such an elaborate description of our journey toward locust-free Pakistan, I'll just give a short rundown of the anti-locust effort undertaken at NLCC. Basically, in November 2019, locust reports started pouring in, and then in January, February, seeing the sensitivity and the seriousness of the issue, our ministry got NAP1 approved, and then national emergency was invoked, with national conference being held in General Headquarters in January 2020. By the time it was May 20, over 61 districts had been affected, and the government of Pakistan decided to establish NLCC, initially in the ENC branch and then subsequently here at Pak China Friendship Center. To get the things moving, a briefing for cabinet as well as media was organized at headquarters NLCC. Subsequently, during June 2020, Prime Minister and Chief of Army Staff visited. We arranged briefing for diplomats, and massive survey and control operations started. During July 2020, NAP2 got approved, whereas Horn of Africa and threat from Iran and India of locust attack started appearing a reality. During August, this threat started reducing, and desert locust was restricted to only 2 districts of Pakistan. By the time we were in September, no threat from Horn of Africa or Iran was reported, whereas the desert locust presence was reported only in 1 district. As of today, Alhamdulillah, there is no locust presence reported today. Now, with regard to fight against locusts, survey operations over an area of 6,000 square kilometers was carried out, and as we can see, and it peaked during June and July, immediately after establishment of NLCC, when threat of locust was very much imminent. With regard to control operations, over 11,000 square kilometer area control operations have been carried out. Aerial resources not only of DPP aerial wing, but suitably augmented with BJR's ex-Army Aviation and Piper Brave hired from Turkey through NDMA. They were utilized, and we were able to treat area over 16,000 hectares through our aerial effort alone. Obviously, this fight was not without challenges. Few of the challenges which we came across: in COVID-19 environment, as it became a challenge for everything else, it was a problem for our fight against locust. In the absence of threat forecasting and analysis mechanisms, we initially used to overestimate and over-respond. Capacity issues of DPP and other departments, obviously they never became a handicap for us. We continuously kept on overcoming these capacity issues. As ENC has already highlighted, funding remains an issue, and it was a problem for us as well. Despite our all-out efforts, our efforts were not properly highlighted or recorded on FAO system because we were not equipped with e-locus devices. Then our vast, remote and inaccessible locus-prone areas, access to those areas remained a problem in the start. How did we overcome those problems? We developed an effective interface with ministries with an elaborate mechanism for a coordinated, coherent, integrated response was developed, where distinction between desert and cropping areas was finished. We continue to operate as of today a 24/7 control room, and through our established helpline over here at NLCC, while simultaneously working at provincial levels, we received over 426 complaints directly at NLCC forum. Through effective media campaign, we developed public awareness, and we used to get daily updates and then subsequently issue SITREP, daily SITREPs, NLCC dashboard, and a web application was developed, predictive analysis modeling that was developed through 477 and SPARCO. An international conference brief for diplomats was organized over here. We were able to expedite procurements and their distribution through NDMA and DPP respectively. Personal protective equipment was made available with the assistance of NDMA, and National Action Plan was approved by Prime Minister and his cabinet during July 2020. One of the major initiatives, as already ENC has highlighted, about weekly conference and its regular chairing by our Honorable Minister. It used to have media talk by Minister, then NLCC update, followed by a threat update by FAO, Rep, MET update by DG MET, then all province activities of last week, and then any agenda points or special subjects meriting attention or priority response, they came under discussion in these weekly meetings. With regard to immediate measures to make up our resource deficiency and to make our response more proficient, Army resources were employed to plug in gaps with the assistance of GHQ and MO Directorate. Vehicles hiring by provinces was expedited, and PUL and funds required for repair etc. were made available by National Disaster Management Authority, whereas FAO assisted us in provision of vehicles, e-locus devices and sprayers well in time when they were actually needed. And other procurements were also expedited by NDMA. Enrollment of DPP staff to address DPP's capacity issue, that is going to be completed inshallah very soon. 3 new directors in DPP organization, they have been added. Then efforts to revive DPP aerial wing, they are underway. Training of pilots in coordination with DPP aerial wing after addressing the observations of Civil Aviation Authority, that is underway. E-locus training for 124 individuals, that was completed, and training for survey and control operations of additional staff incorporated in our survey and control effort, that was also undertaken. With regard to technical advancements, I will not go into the details. GIS-based predictive analysis map, they are being issued on daily basis with the assistance of 477 Army Survey Group. National Locus Control Dashboard and website, that is maintained and updated on daily basis with support of NITB. Crop damage assessment and habitat analysis by SPARCO, they are routinely being worked out. Mobile application for survey, that is in the process of development. and Met Department was incorporated in this entire process. We not only engaging international level through MOFA, but we also engaged directly FAO Threat Forecasting Officer Mr. Keith Crisman, who was part of our certain weekly meetings. Research, development and indigenization, that also became a priority task of NLCC. With regard to capacity building, prior to May when the threat had peaked, certain resources which were available with us, they are as shown. With the assistance of different stakeholders, we were able to raise our capacity up to the level, different additions, they are shown in yellow color. And we can proudly say that at the moment, only 198 ULV sprayers, including 160 those who are being manufactured over here, indigenously developed, 12 drones which are there waiting for shipment only in China, and 6 aircrafts. Rest all of the procurements, alhamdulillah, have been completed. This all initiatives helped us control the expected damages, and alhamdulillah no major damages have been reported by provinces as of now. Few of the pictorial glimpses. Our first NLCC meeting, which was held in Engineer-in-Chief branch, CGS and Chief of Army Staff visited National Locust Control Center. Our weekly conference at NLCC, then briefing to diplomats where 28 dignitaries attended the conference, including representatives from World Bank, World Food Programme and Food and Agriculture Organization. Minister for Science and Technology also visited NLCC in relation to the research and development process and indigenization. During Prime Minister's visit to headquarter NLCC, and NAP2 was presented for his formal approval. Our trials of indigenously developed ULV sprayers in the field, then their rolling out ceremony, field visit by Honorable Minister and National Coordinator for Locust Control, along with other members of headquarter NLCC. Training, e-locust training undergoing in all the 4 provinces. Different parliamentarians, both from national as well as provincial assemblies, they visited NLCC at numerous occasions. Disaster management course, which is run at Military College of Engineering, Risalpur, there 100 students visited National Locust Control Center, and they were briefed about the functioning and the working mechanism being followed here. Pictorial glimpses of few of the control operations, their ultimate outcome, videos again showing then aerial operations being undertaken by our BJRs being employed in remote areas of Balochistan. Our media management, we are able to get effective media coverage, not only our activities, but also to develop public awareness with the assistance of ISPR and Ministry of Information and Broadcasting. The public awareness resulted in extra complaints on helpline, which ultimately proved to be grasshoppers. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this journey to Green Pakistan will continue. Thank you very much. Now I'll request Chairman National Disaster Management Authority, Lieutenant General Mohammad Afzal Hilal Imtiaz Military, to share his views about our anti-locust efforts. Over to you, sir.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Minister for Food Security, Sayyid Fateh, Engineer-in-Chief General Muazzam Ijaz, Chairman Pakistan Engineering Council, Secretary Saab, and my dear Meena from FA office. Allah be praised. Alhamdulillah. Today we are at a place that has found us on a way that we are saving our country from a menace which had emerged last year. Meena, with your permission, I would like to switch over to Urdu to say a few words, and I am sure that you would understand that too. पिछले साल मई के महीने में मैं नेशनल डिजास्टर मैनेजमेंट अथॉरिटी में जब पोस्ट हुआ तो तमाम लोगों के साथ जो मैंने पहली बातचीत की, I told them that wherever I have been, it had always become a happy place. मैंने वो अपनी फौजी लैंग्वेज में कहा कि अपने अपने पिट्ठू तैयार कर लें और जांघिए पहन लें, because 1.5 years you are going to spend with me is going to be tough. And few of my colleagues, one of them is sitting with me, never realized what I am saying, and we had a tough time. We've been through very tough time, but अल्लाह की मदद, अल्लाह की नुसरत के साथ हम उससे तकरीबन बाहर आ गए. It was somewhere in September last year that मैंने एक पेपर लिखा, ये मीरपुर के ज़लज़ले से पहले, एंड उसमें मैं थोड़ा इमेजिन ये किया कि एक्चुअली डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट जो है वो एक सिंपलिस्टिक चीज़ नहीं होगी, ये एक कॉम्प्लेक्स सिनेरियो होगा फ्यूचर में, क्योंकि 3-4 मेजर एलिमेंट जो हैं वो आने वाले सालों और दहाइयों में हमारे साथ चलेंगे. उसमें उस वक्त हम लोगों ने एक एक्सरसाइज प्लान की जो कि इस साल जून में होनी थी, और जैसे अल्लाह को मंजूर था वो एक्सरसाइज एक्चुअली प्रैक्टिकल प्रैक्टिस में बदल गई. उस एक्सरसाइज में one of the scenarios which was to be played was a complex scenario. अल्लाह का शुक्र है कि सारी एक्सरसाइज जो है वो नहीं खुली, वरना उसमें सुनामी भी शामिल था, 4 शहरों का अर्बन फ्लड भी शामिल था, कुछ जो है वो ग्लेशियर्स और ग्लाफ्स वगैरह शामिल थे. बाकी सब कुछ हुआ है स्वाए सुनामी के, अल्लाह ताला ने हमें उससे बचा लिया. उस वक्त एक पेपर लिखा था मैंने और गवर्नमेंट ऑफ पाकिस्तान को सबमिट किया था, जिसमें मैंने जो कुछ व्यूज़ दिए थे अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वो कुछ शक्लों में ये जो हमारे सिनेरियोज थे इसमें. लेकिन समवेयर इन फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ अप्रैल जो सबसे ज़्यादा चीज़ मुझे वरी कर रही थी और वाज गिविंग मी स्लीपलेस नाइट्स, वो ये था कि हमारी हर चीज़ की पीक वाज प्रोजेक्टेड टू बी इन एंड ऑफ जून एंड मिडल ऑफ अगस्त. हम लोग एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे थे कि हमारे मुल्क में जो है वो रोज़ के 30 से 40 हज़ार केसेस कोरोना के बढ़ेंगे, हमारी डेथ्स की तादाद जो है वो 1000 को क्रॉस कर जाएगी, जो हमारी उस वक्त प्रोजेक्शंस थी. और मई के एंड में तकरीबन 26 से 30 मई के दौरान हमारे तकरीबन 41 डिस्ट्रिक्ट अफेक्ट हो गए थे. लेकिन अराउंड 28 ऑफ मई मैं पूरी रात इसलिए नहीं सो सका कि मुझे किसी ने चित्राल से फ़ोन करके कहा कि मुझे लगता है कि इधर लोकस जो है चित्राल में भी पहुंच गई. और अगर चित्राल में पहुंच जाती तो मैं अपनी वालदा से बात कर रहा था तो वो मुझे बता रही थी कि जब वो छोटी थी तो उन्होंने ये टिड्डी दल जो है देखा था, जो मेरा आबाई कस्बा है जेलम, उसमें टिड्डी दल आया था। तो आई थॉट कि अगर चित्राल में आ गई है तो नॉर्दर्न पंजाब, आज़ाद कश्मीर और गिलगित बल्तिस्तान जो कि ये ग्रीन वेदर होता है वो सारा का सारा अफेक्ट होगा। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह आप सबकी एफर्ट की वजह से आज पाकिस्तान 3 बड़े मैनसेस से तकरीबन बाहर आ गया। पहला कोरोना है, हमारे खदशात ज़रूर मौजूद हैं, लेकिन मैं आपको बता दूं कि जब हमने मार्च में शुरू किया था तो ये मास्क जो मैंने नीचे किया हुआ है ये मुझे 15 दिन ढूंढने से भी नहीं मिला था। और आज ना सिर्फ पाकिस्तान में इन मास्क के अंबार लगे हुए हैं, बन रहे हैं, और हमारे वेयर हाउस के अंदर तकरीबन 3 से 4 मिलियन के करीब मौजूद भी हैं। वेंटिलेटर जिनका डाटा ही नहीं था मौजूद हमारे पास, आज अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमारे वेयर हाउस के अंदर जो है वो तकरीबन 800 के करीब वेंटिलेटर और 1800-1900 के करीब बाईपैप मौजूद हैं। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह पाकिस्तान पीपीईज़ को एक्सपोर्ट कर रहा है। मैं इस तरफ भी आ जाता हूँ। लोकस का ये हालत थी कि हमारे पास तकरीबन 8000 लीटर मैलाथियन और तकरीबन इसी मिकदार में, ये डॉक्टर साहब वुड बेयर विद मी, इसी ही मिकदार या इससे थोड़ी ज़्यादा मिकदार में हमारे पास दूसरी पेस्टिसाइड मौजूद थी। हमारे पास 14 सिर्फ स्प्रेयर थे। गाड़ियाँ भी कोई इतनी थी जो ठीक हालत में थी, होंगी ज़्यादा। जहाज़ हमारे ज़मीन पे थे। आज हम तकरीबन पिछले साल के मुकाबले में या 2018 या 17 के मुकाबले में आज हमारी जो कैपेसिटी और कैपेबिलिटी है वो तकरीबन 10 गुना बढ़ी है। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी इत्मीनान बख्श बात यह है कि खुदा न खास्ता ये मरहला दोबारा हमें देखना पड़े तो हमारे यहाँ जो मकामी अहलियत है वो इतनी बन चुकी है कि हम दवाइयाँ भी कर लेंगे, स्प्रेयर भी कर लेंगे, और शायद अगर हमें ज़रूरत पड़ी तो हमारे फ़ौज के और जो प्राइवेट जहाज़ हैं उनको मॉडिफाई करके हम उस जगह पे पहुंच जाएंगे कि हम अपना जो टिड्डी दल की तरफ से दुश्मन है हमारे सामने उसका मुकाबला कर सकेंगे। तीसरी चीज़ जो थी वो मैं आपके ज़रूर गोशगुजार करूँगा और आप लोगों को थोड़ा सा सेंसिटाइज भी करूँगा। कराची में तकरीबन पिछले सालों की जो एवरेज है उससे तकरीबन 300-350 मिलीमीटर ज़्यादा बारिश हुई है। और क्लाइमेट चेंज की तरफ में चेंज आने की वजह से हमारे यहाँ मॉनसून का पैटर्न बहुत बुरी तरह चेंज हो गया। हमारा जो मॉनसून है उसके बादल नॉर्दर्न पंजाब, आज़ाद कश्मीर, गिलगित बल्तिस्तान पे आया करते थे और ये एक ही बड़े टुकड़े की शक्ल में आया करता था, वो तकसीम हो गया। और वो तकसीम इस तरह हुआ है कि उसका तकरीबन 50% के करीब हिस्सा जो है वो हमारी कोस्ट लाइन की तरफ चला गया। हमारा जो आज़ाद कश्मीर और नॉर्दर्न पंजाब पे टुकड़ा होता था उसका एक हिस्सा तकरीबन 30% के करीब जो है वो चला गया चित्राल की तरफ। 160 किलोमीटर उसका सेंटर शिफ्ट हुआ है वेस्टवर्ड एंड नॉर्थवर्ड। और इसी तरह जो रिमेनिंग 10% बारिश है वो हाईली एरेटिक और अनप्रेडिक्टेबल हो गई है। मैं आप में से कुछ प्लानर्स बनेंगे, कुछ बन चुके हुए हैं अपनी अपनी जगह पे। मैं आप लोगों को सेंसिटाइज करना चाहता हूँ कि हमारा वेदर बहुत बुरी तरह अफेक्ट हो रहा है, उसमें हम सब की कंट्रीब्यूशन है और हमें सब की कंट्रीब्यूशन चाहिए उसको फर्दर ख़राब होने से। अगर हमने ना किया तो लोकस भी आएगा, कोरोना जैसी वबाएं भी आएंगी, और सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि कुदरती आफात जो हैं वो बहुत बुरी तरह हमारे मुल्क को अफेक्ट करेंगी। मैं जो लोग आप में से प्लानर हैं उनको सिर्फ इतना एडवाइस करूँगा कि जितनी इंटरवेंशंस करते हैं एक्टिव फ्लड प्लेन्स के अंदर, और जितनी इंटरवेंशंस करते हैं बारिशों और बारिशों के मामलात को देखने के अंदर, उसमें हार्ड इंटरवेंशन के बजाय सॉफ्ट इंटरवेंशंस होनी चाहिए। मैं दोबारा लोकस की तरफ आऊँगा। हमें ये बताया जाता रहा, बल्कि ये होने के भी चांसेस थे कि हॉर्न ऑफ अफ्रीका से, ईरान से और यमन से और अफ्रीका के दूसरों मुल्कों से हमारे यहाँ लोकस आने थी। अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह कुछ जो आई वो सीधी गुजरात गई, कुछ आई नहीं। और सबसे बड़ी बात यह है कि वो टीम जो कि ग्राउंड पे काम कर रही थी, उन्होंने बाकी जो आई वो अपनी मौत मारी गई यहाँ पे आके। मैं तहे दिल से ना सिर्फ इन टीमों का, NLCC का और स्पेशली मिनिस्टर साहब जो इधर तशरीफ़ रखते हैं, उनकी गाइडेंस का शुक्रगुजार हूँ कि उनकी लीडरशिप के अंदर जो है पाकिस्तान इस मरहले पे इससे बाहर आ गया है। मैं उम्मीद रखूँगा कि बाकी जो हमारी नेशनल अंडरटेकिंग हैं उनके अंदर भी हम इसी तरह जेल हो के एक मशीन की तरह अपने मामलात और अपने चैलेंजेस को नबर्द आजमा हो सकेंगे। मुझे ये भी उम्मीद है कि जो इस पूरे प्रोसेस के दरमियान हमने अच्छी अचीवमेंट की हैं इन टर्म्स ऑफ इक्विपमेंट डेवलपमेंट, in terms of development of capabilities और स्पेशली डेवलपमेंट ऑफ HR, वो उसको यहाँ पे रुका हुआ नहीं छोड़ेंगे, बल्कि मैं उम्मीद करूँगा कि ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर साहब की लीडरशिप में मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ फूड सिक्योरिटी इसी प्लेटफॉर्म के ऊपर बिल्ड करते हुए अल्लाह के फजल व करम से नॉट ओनली फॉर लोकस अलोन but other menaces which affect our food security would be overcome by the ministry. My all best wishes to everyone, every member of this team, especially to Minister Saab, ENC Saab, the indigenous development headed by Chairman Saab, and above all Secretary Saab, जिन्होंने बहुत मेहनत से यहाँ पे काम किया। मेरी तरफ से मुबारकबाद भी, मेरी तरफ से बहुत शुक्रिया भी आपका। और इस स्टेज पे मैं आई वुड लाइक टू थैंक मिस मीना फॉर ऑल हर टेक्निकल एंड फिजिकल सपोर्ट, नॉट ओनली टू दिस फोरम बट टू माय ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एज वेल। एंड व्हाट वी हैव अचीव्ड टुडे, इट वाज द गाइडेंस, it was the information, and it was the physical support by FAO office which has enabled us to withstand this challenge. Thank you very much from all the members of this forum, and thanks a lot for all the support you have provided. I am grateful. Thank you very much.
No, I'll request Honorable Secretary Food Mr. Umar Hamid Khan Sahab for his views. Sir, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Minister for Food Security, Syed Fakhr Imam, very worthy Engineer-in-Chief, Lieutenant General Ijaz Mozam, Chairman NDMA, Lieutenant General Afzal, Major General Saeed, Ms. Meena Dola Shahi, Head of FAO, my friend DG Met, Mr. Riaz, worthy colleagues from the Pakistan Army who are always there in our times of crisis, especially Brigadier Ijaz for performing the very difficult task of coordinating this venture. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. It is with a great sense of relief and satisfaction that I say that the ignominious threat of locust has been averted. And why I say averted is because by all scientific and logical accounts, it shows that while the locust has not attacked us in the massiveness that it was predicted or in any significant way, the threat is by no means over. It is not there for the day. Historically, possibly the worst attack after 28 years was predicted. The government rose to the challenge under the capable leadership of the Prime Minister, and since March 2019, it was seen that due to the climatically suitable conditions coupled with ideal habitat, the threat had spread to almost 63 districts out of a total of 133, striking at worst Balochistan in 33 districts with more impact than in any other province. The threat loomed large from Yemen and Oman, where it caused massive damages originating from the Rub al Khali or the empty quarter in Saudi Arabia. The threat from the Horn of Africa was predictably 400 times more and could have caused potentially massive damage to our crops, in the worst case scenario to almost rupees 1 trillion, and in the least case to about 200 billion. Due to the situation at hand, the ministry requested the Honorable Prime Minister in January of this year to declare emergency. The Prime Minister, while declaring the emergency, directed immediate allocation of rupees 1 billion and also declared NDMA as the lead agency. Later on, the NLCC was tasked in May and vested with all the powers to control the onslaught under the capable leadership of Lieutenant General Mozum, ably assisted by the army formations, the provinces, PDMAs, and my colleagues of the DPP, who always remain a target of criticism for their lack of resources, but they perform the critical role of being the technical lead, and without which the entire edifice would not have been handled the way it was. When the crisis started, there was scarcity of resources and manpower. Today we have ample resources, rich ideas that are being practiced, and a state of readiness that is much greater than when it started. 60 million hectares Pakistani land surveyed. A lot of statistics have been going on, so I will not go into the detail. About 1.2 million effectively treated. National Action Plan worth rupees 26 billion in operation. And due to the effective internal and external threat recognition and coordination by FAO, the threat has been significantly mitigated. Of course, nature played its benevolent hand and didn't allow the threat externally to settle in the areas of Pakistan. Development partners like the World Bank, ADB, EU, DFID, and Chinese government went out of the way to lend a helping and timely hand. As my dear friend General Mozum said, the World Bank project worth US dollars 200 million to fight and control locust, not just in an emergent manner, but also for the next